Elon Musk. Maybe he will be the person who will take humanity to Mars one day, into the future. Many would believe that it was by luck, or that money generates more money. Others assume that to be the richest person in the world, you have to have something particular that Elon has. The truth is that success is not only made by hard work and the sweat of one particular man, it is the thinking and actions of a technology mogul. It is his level of demands for himself and for the people who make up his team that builds the success of a company. Demands that will take man to Mars if he ever stops doing home office and leaving home. Although it may seem harsh and demanding, a few days ago, an email sent by Elon Musk to his Tesla executives was leaked, where he assures that if office employees do not return to face-to-face, they better leave Tesla. Working at home is a new concept that, since the pandemic by COVID-19, the world has accepted as normal. Most workers choose to do it that way, but the richest person in the world does not think so. Apparently, Elon says that hard work is what makes a company grow, and only then can bring out new products and innovate. Could it be that the same human aspect, the face-to-face social relationships, influence people's work in the office? Stick around for more on this. We'll look at whether Elon Musk's employees will have to put on their pants and head out to the office. In the letter, Musk writes that anyone working remotely must report at least 40 hours a week to the Tesla office. The tycoon does not believe in good home office work. Amazing, isn't it? But it seems the letter is still unconfirmed by either Musk or the company. However, Elon responded on Twitter to a follower's question about whether he had any additional comments for people who think coming to work is an outdated concept. To which, the billionaire replied that they should pretend they work somewhere else. The entrepreneur has already made it clear on the same social network some time ago that he is not in favor of remote work, and the letter states that whoever decides not to show up at the offices will be assumed to have resigned. The company has 70,000 employees on its passbook in the United States alone. Elon states that he will review and approve particular cases personally, but it does not appear that he will be very tolerant of excuses. Musk seems to think that hard work is done in times of crises from factories and offices, and recalled that this was one of the reasons he essentially lived in the factory in Tesla in Fremont, California, when the company was struggling to ramp up production in 2017 and 2018. In Musk's own words, he comments that if he hadn't done that, Tesla would have gone bankrupt a long time ago. Of course, there are companies that don't need this, but when was the last time they shipped a great new product? A long time ago, commented the tycoon. It is clear that his ideology is based on being present at work. But the new normal does not dictate it, and many people call this thinking retrograde. Will the person who will take us to Mars be a retrograde? He has publicly criticized those companies that opt for semi-presence or 100% remote work, and have changed their business structures for the new post-COVID-19 era by stating that they are incompetent and that their employees pretend to work. Perhaps they do not meet their productivity standards. 30% of office workers in the US work remotely. Those companies that have opted to give their employees the freedom to choose boast an excellent work environment based on trust with their employees and their emotional well-being and comfort. Very millennial, isn't it? However, if you want to work with Elon Musk at Tesla, you will have to abide by his requirements and report to the office no matter how young you are. The new era is here to stay. Computers and the internet have created new professions and jobs that can only be performed through a computer. That and the new technologies, the internet, and the increasingly spectacular and accessible electronic devices allow it. Who does not like the idea of being able to work from anywhere in the world and work. That which was once a dream is now possible. The pandemic of COVID-19 taught us new ways to generate profits and live everything from our homes. Of course, at first it was hard. Many people were laid off and there were many mental health problems that were not beautiful. But now that time has passed and we look back. It is true that we have become accustomed to the warmth of home and the comforts that it generates in us. Now the possibilities have grown and the working world is more open. Unless you want to work at Tesla. The strange relationship between Twitter and Elon moves back and forth on the tycoon's purchase of the social network, as he has used the network several times to criticize the company and its executives, while being sued by executives for trying to drive down Twitter's stock price. And within this back and forth, in this rivalry that should end in the acquisition of the social network, which is another matter, Twitter has stated regarding its employees that they can work from home if they wish. Twitter CEO Parag Agrawal tweeted in March that Twitter's offices would reopen, but that employees could still work from home if they wanted to. Wherever you feel most productive and creative is where you'll work, and that includes working from full-time home forever, Agrawal said in a tweet, just before Musk's interest in acquiring the social network was revealed. Days after that email was leaked, Musk sent a memo to his executives, telling them to freeze hiring and that he is considering laying off up to 10% of his staff, because he has a quote, super bad feeling about the economy. The company has 100,000 workers worldwide and 5,000 job offers online. More than a bad feeling, I would say that he knows that the value of his shares are falling 22% after he tried to buy Twitter with Tesla shares, an acquisition that is now stalled, in addition to China's blockade of Shanghai, where Tesla has a factory. The requirement of presence in the offices is perhaps a way to reduce staff, and although there has not been a drop in demand for electric cars, it denotes Musk's concern for the economic stability of his company. In Germany, the IG Metall union has said it will support any worker who decides to continue telecommuting. Quote, whoever disagrees with such one-sided demands and wants to oppose them has the power of the unions behind them in Germany, according to the law, the union's district leader told Reuters. Tesla has 4,000 workers in Germany. If you find it grotesque that someone would put 10% of their employees on the street because of a bad feeling, think about the global economy. It is very common. Elon doesn't seem to mind, and takes the inevitable emerging global crisis very calmly, and welcomes it graciously. This is actually a good thing, Musk said in response to a Twitter user's question. It's been raining money on fools for too long. Some bankruptcies are bound to happen. The world economy is at risk when the price of cryptocurrencies fluctuates. Large companies linked to this sector are volatile, but gigantic in terms of employees and collaborators. With a small change in their plans, they mobilize and modify their structures, leaving serious consequences worldwide. Coinbase also announced a total freeze on hiring, including staff that had already been hired, taking a step back with them and indicating that they will pay compensation to those affected by this decision. Quote, this is not a decision we took lightly, but one that is necessary to ensure we are only growing in the highest priority areas, LJ Brock, the company's chief police officer, wrote in a blog post. Quote, we always knew cryptocurrencies would be volatile, but that volatility, along with larger economic factors, may test the company, and us personally, in new ways. We now know who makes the decisions around the world. With the invasion of Ukraine and blockades in China putting additional pressure on a supply chain that has yet to recover from the ongoing pandemic, many are predicting a global recession. No wonder Elon adds on Twitter that, quote, all the stay-at-home stuff from COVID has fooled people into thinking you don't really need to work hard. Rude incoming wake-up call. And with this, we close today's video. Leave your comments on the video, and if you would like to see a specific topic discussed on the channel, channel, you can also leave your suggestions below. Thanks for watching the video. See you next time.